That's why I want you to be a shareholder. In fact, I'm speaking today. I'm gonna have to run a little bit early today because I'm speaking at the Black Power Her conference with Dr. Lene Javette. And one thing we're going to talk about is being a shareholder and stock options and things like that. And so, in fact, if you still want to join, it's not too late. You can join virtually. Blackpowerher.com, HER, Black Power Her. And she gave me a discount code. She said if anybody from your class wants to come virtually and get a discount, the discount code is BBS50. BBS50. So if you go to blackpowerher.com, put in the code BBS50, you can join. There's a bunch of other experts here. They were here last night. Tiara Williams and Dr. Lene Javed and Athena Gardner and Constance Carter and a lot of other great people, ladies from Fly Nubian Money. So feel free to grab that and take a look at the link. All right, so here is so I didn't, believe it or not, I didn't actually come in to talk to actually talk about colleges and universities. It just came to mind. But really, when I think about this, it's like, okay, I get it now. I used to be frustrated. I used to say, well, why don't they teach wealth in public school? Why don't they teach wealth in the universities? And then I was like, oh, I know why. Because the system needs to feed itself. Why would you work? Why would you dedicate your resources towards something that's going to starve you? That doesn't make any sense. So ultimately, the universities are designed to to prepare you for the workforce. That's why workforce preparation, you probably heard people talk about that. Well, what do you specialize in? I specialize in workforce preparation, and we teach our kids how to do job interviews and all that. And here's the thing, a job is not a crime, a job is not inherently sinister. The problem is that in many cases, the job it doesn't pay the worker enough money. That's the first thing. It's absolutely criminal what the people in Congress are doing. But then two, when you're not introduced to things like stock ownership, even though it's readily available for everybody, you're missing out on the profits. You're missing out on the benefits of all this labor that happens in America. And this is where you can't sort of look at the man and say the man did this to me and the man is doing. I get it. I understand. We have plenty of people out there that we can be mad about or mad at. But remember, there is no block stopping you from taking your extra money and putting it into the stock market. There is no whites only sign on the stock market. Last time I checked, I went over there. I said, I heard you white folks be blocking niggers from buying stock every day. And they said, no, sir, we don't do that. We want black people to invest too. So I checked. I went over there to Wall Street and I checked, and they took down the whites only sign. So we are free to go invest just like everybody else. And one of the things that creates a deliberate pathway, very clear pathway to wealth and financial security, economic freedom, is that all the research, all the studies show that the number one wealth builder in America is the stock market. So if you are a wealth builder, if you're trying to, become free and all these other things, and you're not in the stock market, that's like trying to say I want to run a marathon, but I don't want to move my legs. Like that doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. How you gonna run a marathon and you ain't moving your legs, man? You got to move your legs.